Good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is where you are. Now a question came up, when is the best time to do cardio, fasted or after eating? Really doesn't matter as long as you do it. I always did mine on an empty stomach only because I'd rather get up and go and do cardio and then train, or sometimes train and then do cardio, because if I ate first I'd feel like going to sleep. But the main thing is, I don't think with all the neuroscience or the studies and stuff like that, so whenever you feel like you want to do cardio, or whenever you've got time to do cardio, that is the best time to do it. I'm out here on the break wall where I spent, even at age 13, I used to walk out here with my grandfather and ride my bike, which would have been about 25 kilometers from where I lived, all the way in here to the beach and then all the way back. And when there was a headwind, it was pretty shit, because the headwind would be so strong it seemed to take twice as long. Yeah, how are you?
Good, yourself?
Not too bad.
Coming back or what?
Oh, I don't know.
You're looking good, mate.
That's an illusion. Thank you. Thank you. Just some fans. Now, as I was saying, walking out here and riding my bike with my grandfather, oh my God, the amount of times I'd come out here. And this is like the break wall, see? Behind me, right back there, that's America. That's the Pacific Ocean. Somewhere back there is USA, and this here goes right around. I'll show you to, that's the lighthouse up there. That's the lighthouse where it tells the ships don't hit the fucking rocks. So with the cardio, the best time to do it is when you feel like doing it and you got time to do it. Just do it and get moving. Now today, as I walk out here, it's sort of good. I enjoy the cardio, it makes me feel good. But then at the same time, I guess with reflection and reflecting, it can make me feel sad, because I think about my grandfather and how he used to walk out here. And now that he's passed, I remember all the good times and then get sad because he's no longer here. And the thing about that is, like my grandmother, she's passed, but she passed like, old age come along, and, naturally you just pass, I guess, when you get to a certain age and body shuts down. My grandfather, he was in hospital and it was malpractice that killed him. I've had some other people that, committed suicide. My cousin, who was like a brother to me, my wife's mother was murdered. And then you look at photos and you remember the good times, but then you remember the sad times, because it's like, as I said, if it's like their time to go and they're due to age or something, you can accept it. But when it's like murder, malpractice, something stupid like a drunk driver takes someone out way before their time, sometimes that's hard to accept, isn't it? Because you figure, what could they have still been doing today and contributing to the world if some stupid dickhead or some murderer or whoever didn't end their life? And I was looking at a photo today that popped up of Eddie Giuliani, Joe Gold and Zabo, and it made me remember all the good times. There was so many good times at World Gym, where training, telling stories in the office, traveling with Joe Gold. Well, traveling with Joe Gold was an adventure in itself. I guess with the woke movement today, he was a bit of a jokester. And jokes back then could have been taken the wrong way, so Joe Gold could be in a lot of trouble today with the new woke people. But fuck them. If you can't take a joke or whatever, then what's the point? So yeah, I was looking at those photos and it made me really happy, but then it's sad. And that's the thing, isn't it? I went through a stage for a while, I figured I don't want to meet any new people, because if you meet new people and you become friends over the years, you hang out with them, yes, you make wonderful memories, but then if something bad happens and then they die, it's fucking sad. But then you say, yes, but look at all the good times you had with them, and the memories and all the good things you got to do together. And then it's like, yeah, but now I got to go through all the sadness and they're not here anymore. So you got to think about that. It's almost like that Garth Brooks song, The Dance, isn't it? Where would you go through all the pain if you knew how it was going to end? You know, like if you married someone and you had all the good times, but then you knew you'd lose that person, would you go through all the good times and that, and then experience the pain of losing them? Would those good times outweigh the pain? And it's a weird question, isn't it? But I think it would in the long run, because you do have lots of good memories, even though when you think back and reflect on other stuff, it is sad that they're no longer with us. And like I said, especially if it's no fault of their own, you know, like murder, suicide, this and that, or, you know, someone's time when it's their time, well, you can sort of accept that, but other things is hard. Look at that helicopter. There's a helicopter up there carrying something pretty big. Look, I don't know if you can see it. Probably can't, but it's up there somewhere. It's like the Westpac helicopter. That's normally the one they send out when you're in trouble. So normally if you're out at sea and you're stuck there in a shipwreck, or you're stuck on a cliff, a hang glider's crashed into a cliff, they bring that out. So I can't really see what that's got swinging underneath it there, but you know, I remember there was so this is bringing you back to fate. There was this accident once in Los Angeles on the freeway, and you know, the cars had crashed, one girl survived, and they had to fly in the medevac chopper to rescue her. So, you know, they extract her from the car, put her in the helicopter, and as the helicopter takes off to take this girl to the hospital, it crashes and they all die. Now, I know that's not funny, but it's like, could you imagine being like in a car crash and you survive, and then all of a sudden you get picked up in a helicopter and you're like, oh yes, I'm going to the hospital, and then all of a sudden the helicopter crashes and you're dead? It's almost like that movie Final Destination, isn't it, where they say, you know, if your time's up, your time's up. There's the lighthouse there. That's Nobby's Beach. And over here, yeah, they're going off track, that's Stockton Beach. And this is the breakwall where the big ships come in. Newcastle's like one of the biggest coal, where they export coal out of here to go around the world, and gas. I think the greenies don't like that because they think that causes climate change and stuff like that. But this is just showing you where I live a bit, because you've probably never seen it before. But over there is Nobby's Beach. There's a good kiosk over there that sells good hamburgers and milkshakes. But that's the thing, I used to come walking out here with my money, and when I started walking, I actually put weight on, because I'd be walking and then I'd stop and eat. So it wasn't very productive, was it now? So, but back to reflection, yeah, I didn't want to make friends because of that reason, that you could lose them. And seeing that photo today, I was like, oh, I feel good, but then I feel sad. It's almost like when people send me photos of myself and they go, oh, Lee, thanks for the inspiration. It takes me back to that time when I was training hard, competing. And that's the thing, I think sometimes we grow up too quick. You know, when you're at school, you'd be like, oh, I can't wait to be an adult. I can't wait to get older. Then when you get older, you're like, oh fuck, I got bills to pay. I got responsibilities. When I was younger, you could just go home, dinner was ready, and you didn't have to worry about anything, did you? Apart from maybe not getting the belt from your parents for being late home, or tidying up your room and stuff like that. So Newcastle, like I said, this is where I used to walk out here. See this behind me? Yeah. Back and forth I used to walk up and down there many times. The years that I walked back and forth on there, couldn't even tell you how many times I've walked and rode my bike back and forth here. So getting back to cardio, just do cardio. It's worth it no matter when you do it. Before, eating, after eating, early morning, midday, in the evening, go for a walk, just move and stuff like that. I know this video is a bit rambling about anything, but I'm just showing you. I guess some people now are back east in America where it's snowing, because we're the opposite here. We're in summer now, we're just come into summer. We always have a hot Christmas, where I know a lot of people, some places have a white Christmas. It's always snowing in places and stuff like that. But here it's always hot. We have barbecues outside and stuff like that at Christmas time. So if you're having a Christmas this year, have a good one. Have it with loved ones. I'll be just home in time for Christmas when I leave Vegas. I think I get home on the 23rd, 2 days before Christmas, which is good. So I don't have to go Christmas shopping or don't have to help out too much getting stuff ready. But a lot of people come walking out here today, a lot of tourists. Sometimes there's seals out here, sometimes there's not. I just thought this is just a quick video showing you Newcastle, where I'm from, because it's a nice day. I thought I'd get outside for a minute. And like I said, here's a fishing boat. Here's a boat coming back, look. They actually put, when the surf's up, the waves actually break over here, like they come right over. And I've been out here and I get a phone call from my mum. Get off there, you idiot. Because a couple of people got washed off and they broke their legs because the waves get that big. The waves actually crash right over the top of the wall here. So that's why they put all these big rocks here and stuff. So to try and save people from getting washed off and falling in the water. But as you can see, this is Newcastle Harbour. This is the harbour here. Lots of people out walking. That's the lighthouse. This is where the ships come in. If I had started recording earlier, you would have got a big ship coming in, but they're all lined up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like 6 big ships lined up to come in out there in the harbour. So maybe another day I'll come out here when the ships are coming in and you'll be able to see the big coal ships. Or I'll come out when the waves are crashing over the top. There's a guy jogging, look. And I've never noticed anyone jogging that smiles. Jogging is not a good thing to do. I just thought I'd tell you a quick hello. Get out and do your cardio, people, no matter what time it is. That helicopter there, the guy's job is that helicopter goes out to the ships and he's the pilot. He brings the ships into the harbour because he knows all the water depths and where it's shallow. So they fly him out in the helicopter, put him on the ship, he brings the ship in. And then when it's time for the ship to go out, he takes the ship out, helicopter goes and picks him up. Not a bad job, is it? Not a bad job at all, but to all you people in the snow again here, I'll just show you. Nice sunny day down under, so I'll talk to you all probably in a day or two. Until then, take care.